So how do you build relatedness? How do you build connection enough if you want to flirt or hit on somebody so that they don't get awkward? This is Cathy Vartuli from the Intimacy Dojo.
Reid from readaboutsex.com.
And go, Cathy. What are your thoughts on this? Because I have answers that I believe in, but I'm really curious about you.
Well, I also want to talk about timing a little bit when we introduce things. But for me, building relatedness, it's about being present with the person where they are, being present with myself, and not trying to exist in thoughts I have or fantasies about how it might go or what I want to have happen. Because as soon as and it's really easy, we're kind of conditioned to do that. Like, I have this fantasy of we're going to the beach and we're going to hold hands and he's going to say just the right things or she's going to do just the right things at the right time. And we try to script often what other people are going to do or be so that we can get the experience we think we might want to have rather than being present with the person who's with us. So building relatedness for me is a lot about being present in our own body and with the other person and discovering who they are. So to me, that's a lot about relatedness.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great.
Okay. My question, and we argued on the other video about this, is how do you know when to bring up the topic? Like if you feel like you're related and you're having a good relationship and you'd like to be sexual with the person, how do you know when to do that?
2 minutes and 32 seconds in.
No, that's not what I mean.
Exactly. That's never the thing. When it's in your head and it's really loud is your signal to probably tell the other person. Folks who can notice when people are distracted, people who are just like sensitive or, energetically aware or whatever you believe in, right? Where they're like, what's going on for the person over there? Yeah. If you're nervous, like if it's a first date and you're nervous, tell people you're nervous. Just be like, wow, like I'm really nervous. Yeah. And then the other person's like, I thought I was picking up something to that effect.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing when you're sharing things vulnerably, and you're sharing the truth, you're actually setting up a situation where the person, it's congruent. Like what you're sharing is actually what's going on for you. That is a way, it's a very subtle way, but powerful, a way to build trust. Mm-hmm. If on a first date I'm telling you the truth, maybe you can trust me later.
So I think what you're doing when you share, like in the other video we were talking about an experience a friend and I had where someone was just assuming that we would be sexually available to him.
And again, like the thing that's really interesting about that is you made the assumption that they made the assumption.
Their words indicated that that's what they were thinking to me.
Okay. And did that have you not be present with that person?
After that point, the way it was presented, it was just it felt very creepy. Okay. But what you're doing instead is saying, I'm noticing that I'm wondering if we're going in that direction or not. Mm-hmm. And I'd love your feedback.
Or I would like to go in that direction. And the reason I walked up to you to talk to you is I actually am attracted to you and would like to hit on you, but you don't know me yet. So I just need to tell you what my agenda is.
But you're sharing about you and not assuming about the other person.
Exactly. So this other person in the assumption, if I'm going to critique what they did, not having been in that situation, mm-hmm. Is that they didn't have enough relatedness.
Correct.
And didn't establish enough connection and trust with you two to even be able to check in. So from that perspective, what would have been a better way for them to have approached you two for the sex? Like if you were going to play the game tape and be like, okay, Bob, so here's where you went wrong and this is what you should have done.
Well, I'm actually incredibly picky about who I sleep with. Okay. Like I have a very select kind of energy that my body likes. Okay. So this person doesn't fit that anyway. Okay. But if they had at least asked, I still feel like it would have been uncomfortable because we hadn't had that level of connection at all. There'd been no touch, we weren't flirting. We were just having a technical discussion about something. Mm-hmm. And out of nowhere this came.
Well, I mean, you're very smart and you wrangle technical well. They could have been turned on by smart people who can handle complex situations and be eloquent,
Yeah, I think also one of the reasons we were both uncomfortable was because we didn't feel like he was going to be okay with our rejection.
Oh, okay.
So there was a lot. One, there was the assumption that we were available sexually, all for just him having to negotiate. And two, it felt like if we he was not going to. He really needed us to be a yes for him to be, which I think you do really well.
Perfect. All right, next video, because that's 5 minutes already. Time flies when you're talking about this kind of stuff. Video number 3. We're coming back for that thing that you just said.
Yes.
Leave comments. Okay. Come back to video 3 too. Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?